Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream on this Friday afternoon. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, as of today, Spider-Man spoilers are now complete, and I still have no interest in the set. But we will still have a little bit of time to talk about Spider-Man in maybe a future video that I'm going to create a little bit later on. But for today, we do want to continue to see if we can make a difference with some of the ridiculousness that has been plaguing the standard format with something that's a little bit spicier and different out there. But what exactly are we talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked. So without further ado, let's just jump into it right now to explain to you what deck we are going to be playing today. Where we are? Oh, there we are. Awesome. Okay. So without further ado, join me today in the standard format for a deck that I'm simply calling Dark Reanimator. This is going to be a very interesting build because this one actually was sent to me by a viewer, and we actually played against this deck originally in our player stream a couple weeks ago, so that was actually pretty fun. But I wanted to see, with his assistance, he did our viewer here going by Sneaky Toilet, so shout out to you even if you aren't out there right now. That's totally cool. He sent this deck to me to see if we could refine it to make it better, and I think today we actually managed to achieve that both in budget and non-budget form. So we'll be utilizing his deck, so again, shout out to you as well if you see this again later on, my fire friend. I appreciate you sending in this deck because we're going to be utilizing this on stream today to see if maybe we can rank up just a little bit more in the standard format. So before we get started, as always, we'll talk about how the deck works. We'll go for every single card and what they're trying to do. We'll then of course play as many matches as we can in best of 1 and maybe a little bit of best of 3, and of course later on we will then play an upgraded version of the deck to see how well it can actually do if we go all out with the budget. We'll then see and do a final little wrap up to talk about the good, the bad, and of course the awkwardness, the ugly if you will, for the deck. So before we get started, let's actually talk now real briefly about everything. First off, let's see, 1 second here, we're gonna pop this up. Okay, there we go. So, long-time viewers of the channel know how we do it. We have to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So, Dark Reanimator here is going to be an Abzan deck. We're going to be looking at an average mana curve of about, 4.0. So, it does look a little expensive, but don't worry. Of course, we will cover this in just a bit here. So, we're going to be using colors of white, black, and green. You're looking at a total amount of 17 creatures in the deck. 4 instants, 4 sorceries, 2 artifacts, 18 enchantments, and 26 lands. It is very land heavy, but there's a very specific reason for that in a bit. Oh, hold on, we do see someone chatting away here. Who is that right there? Sorry, for some reason the chat's not popping up for me a second there. Go ahead and give yourself a shout out again. I think you're chatting from us from, what is it? Is that YouTube over there? Thank you again for joining us, my fire friend. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Let me see, hold on a second. See. Oh, you do like my videos. Oh, well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. How you doing today? Hopefully, again, you're having a great day where you're at. Thanks again for joining us today. For some reason, the chat is not updating correctly. I don't know why is that. Let me see if I can actually try to pull it up on another form here. So hold on 1 second. I want to make sure again I can actually get you up appropriately. But otherwise, hold on 1 second here. Okay. Well, we'll continue on in just a second here. Appreciate it again with the love and support. Let's actually talk about the deck for a second because, of course, I do want to start getting us going with the video. Actually, I'm really excited about this one today. So, as far as how this deck is going, so originally we called it Dark Yuna, but I think some people out there might have been confused as to what that meant. So, the deck, of course, hinges around our main star of the show here. It's going to be Yuna, Hope of Spira. So, from the Final Fantasy set, legendary creature, human cleric, Yuna here basically just allows us to reanimate enchantments for free. So, that's the main reason why we're having her. But of course, during our turns, Yuna and enchantment creatures we control will have trample, lifelink, and ward too. So that's like a really awesome card for us. We want to make sure that again, her protection can provide us a little bit of extra power and oomph by again dumping some stuff into the graveyard. So in order for Yuna to do her thing though, we want to make sure that we can do that. Oh, there we go. Now you're popping up on the chat there. So Dominator and Jacksonator there. Poopy. So thank you again for that. There we go. For some reason, yeah, it popped up. It took a little moment there, but I guess the chat's finally catching up. Any case, so with that there, let's go ahead. Let's cover again what exactly we're going to be doing with this. Oh, I'm poopy. Wait, why am I poopy? How am I poopy? I don't know how I'm poopy, but okay. Any case, so let's go ahead. Let's continue on with the actual deck tech itself, and then we'll kind of cover things from there. So, starting in the 1-drop slot, actually, well, hold on. With Yuna here, we're going to make sure we can keep bringing back our enchantments. So we're going to be starting off with a 1-drop slot with Seam Rip here. So 1-mana enchantment when it enters, you exile a non-land permanent when opponent controls with a mana value of 2 or less until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Mostly because this is similar to the, the Portable Hole from over on the actual, what is it? It's from the, I can't remember the set right now. I'll probably look it up right now. Portable Hole. That was from, what is it? The Dungeon and Dragon set? That's where it was. Yes, that's where it was. So, just wanted to show you for comparison here. So, if this card does sound similar, it is, wait, hold on. Where is it at? Where's Portable Hole at? Hold on. I still want to show you guys for comparison reasons. Let's see. It's an artifact, by the way. Okay. Where's it at? So it's similar to Duskmourn's Reliquary, but it's not quite that. It is... Wait. Oh, that's right. That's right. Of course. I had to change the filter there for a second here. So, sorry. Getting a little messed up with myself there. So, switch to Pioneer for a second there. And... So, Seam Rip is similar to a card, Portable Hole here. It's literally just the enchantment version of it. So, that's kind of what we're looking at here. Okay, see our opponent, looks like someone here is trying to just spam us a little bit here. Okay, well, don't worry, we'll deal with that in just a second, everybody. Don't worry, we'll deal with that. Otherwise, going over this real briefly here. So, from that, it's just going to be, again, just some early game spot removal. In the 2-drop slot here, we'll have Bitter Triumph here. So again, just discard a card. We actually do want to discard cards because of the fact that we do have on here a lot of stuff we want to throw in there and then reanimate for free. So Summon Bahamut, of course, Overlords, Summon Fenrir, even with that. So we'll use Bitter Triumph here as our spot removal, throw away those cards into the graveyard, destroy a creature or a planeswalker, so spot removal there. We have a single copy of Nowhere to Run. This is, again, spot removal, but realistically, we want this because we want to make sure we can turn off our opponent's hexproof and ward abilities. So this means we can then hit them with easier spot removal. So we only need a single copy of that, so that's why we're going to throw it into the deck. Dredger's Insight here. What we're going to be doing is for this, once this enters, you can then mill 4 cards and then bring back an artifact, creature, or land card from among the mill cards into our hand here. Anytime we bring back an artifact or creature card, we can gain 1 life. So this, of course, will help us stabilization. For Collector's Vault here, we can then use this again just to filter our hand, draw a card, discard a card. It's a 2-mana artifact, and for 2 and tapping it, that's how we can do it. We can also create some treasure tokens which can help us with, again, with the pseudo ramping as we kind of filter through our deck. 3-drop and 4-drop slots where things get much more interesting for us. So we also have here Summon Fenrir. So Summon Fenrir, for the first part of this creature saga, it's a saga wolf. So we can then dig out a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped. For the second part here, anytime we cast the next creature spell, it'll enter with a +1/+1 counter on it. And then finally, its final ability means that we could draw a card if we control the greatest we control the creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power. So hopefully it should provide for us a lot of good abilities there. We also have here Zombify. So Zombify, simply put, just brings back a creature card or from our graveyard back to the battlefield. So that's what we're going to be doing here, just to bring back a couple of stuff that usually we don't want to cast for a full price here. Again, getting a Bahamut out of the graveyard to the battlefield for 4 mana is an amazing, good value for us. But even so, we still have something also good in the 5-drop slot here. So I mentioned this earlier, Overlord of the Hauntwoods here. Overlord of the Hauntwoods simply allows us to then cast this for 5 mana. It's a 6/5 enchantment creature, Avatar Horror. When this permanent enters or attacks, create a tapped colorless land token named Everywhere, and it's every basic land type. So this is going to help us with ramping here. However, we ideally want to cast this for 3 mana and then put the impending mechanic onto it. So that means it can't be used as a creature for a little bit, but at least using this as a pseudo ramp is going to be great for us until we can start reanimating more with Yuna here. In the 8 and 9 drop slot, we talked about this just briefly, but we're also going to utilize here Arden the Usurper. So this is actually another powerful card for us from Final Fantasy. Elder Human Noble. Demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. We don't actually have demons in the deck, so that's not a huge thing for us, but its Star Scourge ability is what we want to use it for. So it says, at the beginning of combat on your turn, you can exile up to 1 target creature card from a graveyard. If you exile that card, you get to create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. So this is actually incredible for us, utilizing our abilities here to then just start pumping things up and just making it a lot more stronger. You can also steal stuff from an opponent's graveyard, so that is absolutely hilarious when we manage to get it to go off. Finally, we have here Summon Bahamut. I did mention this earlier, but we'll talk about this again one more time here. Summon Bahamut for the first and second part is allowing us to destroy a non-land permanent, so great spot removal for the first 2 spots here. For part 3, it's going to allow us to draw 2 cards, and then for part 4, Mega Flare means that we can deal damage. This creature deals damage equal to its total mana value to other permanents your opponents to permanents you control to each opponent. Yeah, that's worded a little confusing there, but you get the idea here. It's extremely devastating, and usually we can use this just to close out the game if we can bring at least one copy onto the battlefield. Now, as far as our mana base is concerned, again, we are a budget deck, so we're going to try to keep this as cheap as possible here, but we're going to be utilizing here 3 plains, 4 swamps, 5 forests, a single and a couple of life gain lands, so a Scoured Barrens, a Blossoming Sands, a full set of Jungle Hollows here, an entire set of Sandseep Citadels, and then using Escape Tunnels to, again, bring back some of those basic lands for us. As far as the sideboard is concerned, if we're going to be playing this in the best of 3, we'll utilize extra copies of Seam Rip here we can bring out, an extra copy of Nowhere to Run. We can also use Cease and Desist here. This can either be utilized as graveyard hit because you can exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. We can gain 2 life and then draw a card. Or you can use this Desist aside to destroy all artifacts and enchantments. This can be devastating depending on however the game goes. We'll throw in copies of Ruthless Lawbringer here. When it enters, sacrifice another creature, and you can use this as spot removal to destroy any target non-land permanent. So good for us, again, if you want to just recycle some of your other things out there. Well, you can utilize Insidious Roots here. This is also, again, because we are going to be bringing stuff back from the graveyard back and forth here, so this can add for us some plant tokens for us that can help us with ramping, and also just get some more extra bodies on the field. Midnight Stack here does look a little strange in the deck, but hear me out for a second here. With the raid ability, if we could trigger this, we can create a food token. At the same time, we can then sacrifice this enchantment, and then target opponent will lose X life, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. So, with, say, like Yuna out, turning everything, giving all of our creatures trample and lifelink, we can then gain a ton of life, and then you can use like later on Midnight Stacks to then drain out your opponent, sometimes out of nowhere. So this actually can be pretty good for us. Finally, to round out the package here, use Social Engineering here for 5 mana. You can then create some more. We do ramp a lot of lands, so then we can create some extra robot tokens. So this kind of helps us go with the go wide strategy. Goes very well if you're going to use Insidious Roots, because remember that with this card, creature tokens we control will be able to tap for any mana of any color. So good for us overall for that. And also you can warp it in for 2 mana. Otherwise, that is the whole deck for you overall, everyone. Can the Dark Reanimator bring back stuff for cheaper and then use them for a ton of extra value? Well, there's only one way to find out. So let's go ahead. Let's take this now currently into the format and let's see how well it does. Sneaky Toilet, yo, 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 yo. Hello, my fire friend. Thanks again for joining us today. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. So you're about to see right now, you actually had great timing here, because remember that deck you played against me a little while ago during the player stream? We're actually going to be utilizing a variation of that deck that we did. So we're going to be playing first a budget version, and then we're going to play your full powered version that we were able to streamline for you later on in the stream. So I'm actually looking forward to this one. This is going to be a lot of fun here. All right, first game here. It's time to let's do this. Yeah, all right. Let's see, Dominator and Jacksonator here. Were you a person and you got on fire in a bonfire and now you're making a video of the fire? No. Actually, I've always been a little fireball as far as back as I can remember, which is too far away. Okay. But good question on that one. And then also asking, are you animating yourself as a fire? Well, I mean, I'm here. Yeah. I mean, I can react and stuff like that. I can, look good, happiness, apathy, something like that. But yeah, I'm here and doing my thing. Good question on that, though. As for what we're playing, as you can see, it's Magic the Gathering Arena. So that's going to be my this is my main game. You want the rage? I don't feel like raging actually right now. Maybe we'll rage later on depending on how bad these matches go, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's get this going here. Let's play Collector's Vault. We can start filtering through our deck. We want to start throwing away the big spells like Summon Bahamut here so we can get some more value. All right, let's see. Can we do it? Okay, Escape Tunnel. I have no idea what our opponent's doing, but that's perfectly fine. Realistically, you want this because you want to slowly start building up your mana base, because we are a bit on the slow side today. All right. Let's go ahead. Opponents? Opponents? Anytime now, opponents. Anytime now. Opponent. Yoo-hoo! Hello? Dominator Jackson. I know multiplication in first grade. Nice. Well, that's good. Oh, hold on 1 second. We'll activate our ability here. We will draw a card, then discard a card. We'll create a treasure token in just a moment, since our opponent lets us do our thing. Not sure what our opponent is doing or even up to right now, but I do know they have a very complex mana base. So 4 colors? Maybe 5 color? I have no idea. Okay, and we'll discard a card, so we will throw away the Bahamut. Create a treasure. That's nice. Okay, we can also use Escape Tunnel now, finally. So this will be helpful, too. Okay. Unless our opponent doesn't want us to play Magic. Okay. Okay, we can finally get our Escape Tunnel going. We sack it. We will bring out... I guess we'll get a Plains. Because we have the Forest already. Okay. Opponents is still thinking about life. I have no idea what they're doing. But I would like to play Magic today. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Yuna. We came here for a reason, everybody. Let's give Yuna a shot here. Does she stick? I mean, this is the dream ideally here. By turn 4, we can get out a Bahamut. I mean, we can't blow anything up with it, but it's still an incredibly powerful threat regardless. Opponents, you there? You there at all? Hello? Opponents? Okay, there we go. We managed to get it going. That's cool. And there we go. This is ideally what you want to do, everybody. Get that Bahamut going right there. And we should be good to go. Come on. Give me this, opponents. Oh, come on, give me this. Okay. Submit nothing. That's fine. Pre-stun. Double tap the screen with tips for you. Oh, well, that's also a good tip. And thanks again for joining us today. Again, hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Now they got the split up. Okay. Opponent is slowly trying to do stuff here, but I guess we're going to have to wait it out a bit longer. Dominator Jacksonator saying, I know what 9 times 9 is, and it's 81. That is correct. You are correct on that one. I still know my multiplication tables, even if I don't use it too often. All right, so, well, I don't know what our opponent's doing. We'll throw away a forest for now. Make a treasure. Still getting more lands. Not quite what we want, but that's okay. We'll wait and see what our opponent's trying to do here. I have no idea, so I'm going to wait on the Zombify. The Zombify can help us out, but at the same time, reanimating Yuna doesn't really help us that much because we need more stuff in the yard. Okay. All right. Collector's Vault again. I guess we'll throw away the Seam Rip. At this point, we may not need it. We have lots of removal. Okay, well, we're not going to really get anywhere if we don't have anything in the yard, but I'm going to still bring back Yuna anyway. We'll see. Does Yuna get a chance to stick around? Well, we don't need the Seam Rip just yet. Keep it in there. Okay, so with that... Anything else, opponents? Okay, Curse Recording. Oh, okay. I guess they're trying to combo off? Okay, let's keep digging through our deck. Okay, we don't need a plane, so I guess we'll just convert that into more mana. Okay, another Zombify, which is... Where is... No, seriously, where's all of our big stuff? I really would like us to actually start getting our things going here. Down to 15. We can't really reanimate anything. This is actually pretty awkward, actually. I don't know how we're going to be able to try to get through this. We're going to try. Okay. Come on, deck. Okay, Collector's Vault again. Okay, another land. We don't need another land. But seriously, where are all of our summons at? Okay, Seam Rip doesn't help us out that much. Oh boy. Well, this is actually one of the few times I've actually played this deck after testing, and we have failed to actually get any of our enchantments to the graveyard. Okay, opponent is setting up here. Ooh. Yeah, opponents. Scared. 3 steps ahead. Okay. So they're gonna make tokens of their Curse Recording. Oh dear. Okay. So, Are we screwed on the next turn? Are we dead? Because I feel like we might be dead. We failed to really kind of go off here, and we've squandered our Bahamut, which would have been great against the Cursed Recording. Sticky Toilet. I don't know how much I like the roots in the deck. I think it's cool, but I'm not sure if it's enough. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Honestly, the card was a bit of an afterthought on my end there, but honestly, my thought process was we could use it on matches where we're going to be very slow and grindy. Matches where if we start losing stuff from the graveyard, we can then use those extra tokens with Use Social Engineering also out to try and see if we can kind of, you know, build up a plan B to the deck. That's kind of my thought process. I don't know if it's actually going to work because every time I tried to use it, either in testing, our opponents already end up losing, or we end up just winning so quickly that we actually don't need the Insidious Roots. It's just more of like a jank plan B to the deck. I don't know. Maybe I am wrong on that one. Okay. High Noon. Okay. That actually means the Seam Rip actually is now going to be relevant for that. We'll see if we can try to get around that. Okay. In the meantime, Collector's Vault again. Don't need the Jungle Hollow, so throw that away. Dominator and Jacksonator saying 9 divided by 9 is 1. Why does it say only one person is on the live stream, but there's 3? Good question there. Actually, it's because I'm actually multi-streaming across several platforms right now at once. I'm actually online on X, on Instagram, as well as YouTube and Twitch. I mean, why hold yourself to one platform? We can be on multiple platforms at the same time. Okay, our opponent here is scaring me. Opponent, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? What are you doing? Lightning Helix. Okay. Are they going to try to hit our face? They have to pay the 2. Okay. Let's go to our face. Okay, it does. Okay, so they're trying to Lightning Helix us down to nothing. Huh. Okay. Well, mill 4. Still getting nothing into the yard there. Wow. Absolutely nothing. Scoured Barrens. 3-mana Scoured Barrens. So, I guess we'll pass there. So our opponent found a way to kind of slow us down completely with High Noons, but they can copy their spells. This is going to be annoying. Okay. Does our opponent beat us? Dominator Jackson is asking how old you are. Guess how old I am. Guess how old I am. I mean, if I was to guess right now, I don't know. Are you... I don't know. Everybody out there, what do you think? Is Dominator Jacksonator... I don't know. I feel like you might be still in school right now. I mean, hopefully you're actually... I don't know. 13? 14? I don't know. Honestly, anybody can be any age now this day on the internet. I have no idea. But either way, our opponent did beat us here. So their plan was to use Space-Time Anomaly, and they used their recordings to completely mill us out there, which ended up making us lose. That's okay. I wasn't expecting that, but I guess it is what it is. Dang, we were hoping we were going to rank up today, but I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off here. That was the first time ever I've experienced that combo, so I had no idea what I was even getting into there. I think he might be 15. I want to say 13. That's where my guess is. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Okay, so with that, let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on. Wait, you're 6? Dominator Jackson, you're 6 years old? Are you okay to be online right now? I don't want to... I'm not going to rat you out, but still. Isn't that a little bit young? Then again, I have no idea what they allow on YouTube these days. I don't know. I guess they just let anybody on. Okay. Well, I guess... I don't even know what to say. I'm completely flabbergasted right now. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that later on. Let's go ahead. Let's just get focused on this game. Yeah, we'll just mind our manners. I mean, again, I am a clean live streamer, so I don't make anything inappropriate, if you will. So I consider myself good and clean. And also I mean, Magic's not a... Hold on. Get her Overlord. Keep it a PG. Not me, though. That thing was more for me. Oh, that's right. I mean, I know you tend to be a little bit more on the spicier side. Okay, opponent is going off with Bristly Bill here, and we are going to get hit hard here, down to 13. Okay, Land Wars is their final card. Oh, the Summon Bahamut would be amazing here, but yeah, we're not going to make it, are we? Even if we gain the life here, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh dear. Yeah, we're not going to live this one, everybody. Dang. Okay, well, we'll try. We will try here. Okay, opponent, what else you got? Okay. And, yeah. Dang. Well, didn't get that one. That's okay. Oh, that's right. Cookie, you were on earlier. Sorry, I missed that earlier. For some reason, yeah, the chat was not popping up. And I think right now I'm trying to also test. This is also my first stream I'm testing with dual streaming. I don't know if it's working, everybody. I think I'm trying to, I was recommended by another person once I adjusted my settings a bit to see if we could try to dual stream both vertical and horizontal at the same time on YouTube. Is it working, everybody? I mean, let me know in the comments. Are you watching me vertically or are you watching me horizontally like classic YouTube? You see no Cookie? Well, I mean, because I scrolled up and I saw Cookie Queen did mention say hi. So I figured she was there. I didn't see her earlier in the chat because when I was setting up and, you know, introducing everything, I, for some reason the chat was not popping up. And then I was confused as to why. Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Well, I know you're on Twitch, of course, Sneaky Toilet. But I was just saying on YouTube, I was trying to see if I could do both vertical and horizontal at the same time. It's actually kind of a cool feature that you can now use. But I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea for me in the future to do dual streams like that. I'll have to kind of keep weighing my options here. But I'm just trying to see how many more places I can expand myself to maybe get a bigger audience, if you will. Although I don't know if Magic is a good game to play vertically because, as you can kind of see, it shrinks the battlefield a lot in order to actually make it all fit. But let me know in the comments, everybody. If you guys prefer, I can do one or the other. Let's see. Hold on. What do we want here? Oh, actually, we'll leave. So we're gonna leave right now Arden in here because we have the Zombify to reanimate him in a bit. So that actually will be pretty good. We just need to get there. Dominator Jackson is on classic YouTube. Okay. Okay. That's good to know. Because, yeah, I was just testing out also on my side because I have like a proxy secondary computer that allows me to kind of look at some things. And it looks like it comes in really clean for the vertical version. I just don't know if it's the best thing to do. Well, again, I'm not splitting up too much of the audience, but I can still read everybody in the chat, with the exception, of course, of anybody on X. Although I don't know if anybody on X is actually watching me. If you are watching me on X, leave a reply later on. I'll get back to you guys, and I appreciate if anybody is watching me on X. Okay. Sneaky Toilet, please ask Dominator and Jacksonator if he is trolling or he's actually 6. Actually, that's a good question there. And then now that I think about it, what is it? Now, not to sound old, but I know, what is it? The kids these days don't even call it trolling anymore. At the cost of sounding old right now, what is it? The kids now say rage baiting. Don't get me started on that. Like, I know what that means, but it seems like. Wait, hold on one second here. How do we do this here? I guess Yuna, Scoured Barrens. Okay, final counter coming down there. We will then keep Yuna alive, or okay, we might have to chump block here, which is not ideal, but that might be what we have to do. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Okay. Can we do this? Opponent is making some big creatures here. Okay. I don't know if we're going to find a way out of this, but we're going to try. Ooh. Not good. Not good. Wow. Unbelievable. I have been getting completely wrecked, and this deck is sadly not doing as well as I thought it was going to. Wow. I honestly thought during testing this deck was going to be good. What happened? We're now losing rank a lot here. Guess I won't make Diamond this season, but that's okay, everybody. Not a big deal. I mean, again, not going to try to be angry about this. All we're just trying to do is have some fun with this unique deck. But again, shout out to you, Sneaky Toilet, because you were the one that brought this to my attention. So I do like what the deck is doing, but maybe the upgraded version is actually the better version. I guess we'll find out in a bit. We'll see. We shall see if this is actually the better or worse version. But we're going to try again here. Let's go.
It's time to
Yeah, all right. Okay, let's give this a shot again. All right, so we have basics this time, so we can get things out a little bit quicker here, hopefully. All right. Escape tunnel. Pass on that. So let's see here. So we have our reanimation ready to go. We just need to start dumping stuff into the yard quick. We have some removal, which is good. Okay. Temple of Enlightenment. Scrying, keeping their card on top. We will escape tunnel. We'll get a swamp. Got the seam rip, so that'll be helpful for later. For now, though, Dredger's Insight. Come on. Dump some good stuff into the graveyard. Okay. We did get some things here. That's good. So what do we want, though? What do we want back? I guess we'll take that Overlord. Gain a little life back. So. Now that the whole Spider-Man set is out, everyone, what are your thoughts overall? I know I've been asking this the past couple of streams, but I do want to ask one more time. Now that the whole set is out, did you like what you saw? Dislike the Spider-Man set? Are you hopefully going to get any of the cards? Let me know your thoughts on that, everybody. I would like to hear from you for that. Okay, Seam Rip came in clutch there because we don't want to deal with more milling decks. Wow, there's actually a lot of milling out there right now in Standard. I didn't know that. That'll be very interesting to encounter in the future. Okay, so with that, still can't play the Overlord because we're missing the correct colors for that, so that's also a little awkward, but we're going to try. We'll keep holding on there. Ironically, though, if we hold too many cards, we can actually purposely start dumping these enchantments into the graveyard for our benefit. Get lost. Okay. Opponent actually has the get lost. Joy. All right, well, we'll see if we could try to get around their stuff here. No, Sneaky Toilet. Oh, so Spider-Man's spoilers are over. In other words, you can now see every card in the set. Well, no. Like, I think we're still... What is it? Is it at the end of the month? So what is that, like the 26th, I believe, is when it comes out? I don't know. Someone correct me on that or find that out. Like, when is Spider-Man actually dropping? Okay, so we managed to gain 1 life here. We just need to get these Overlords, and then we could finally start ramping ideally. But now we're kind of really being clunky here. Okay, Dominator. I'm actually really sick, so I'm not lying. How much money do I have? Not much. I'm actually a pretty poor little fireball. Thanks for asking, though. Thanks for reminding me, though. Yep. And I see also on, what is it? We have someone on Instagram there, the Big Cube, joining us. Hello, my fire friend. Thanks again for joining us over on the viewer there. Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Okay. In the meantime here, opponent's dumping stuff. Okay, so the Sandsteep Citadel's okay. I don't know if our opponent has anything else, but let's try to zombify. Let's get back Yuna first. Does this stick? Or do they have a counterspell? You have an Alexa Echo? Fancy! I don't have any things like that, so yeah. No money for Alexa for me. Does anybody else actually out there actually own and use those products, like those Alexa? Do you guys use like your little programs like that to ask questions like Siri and whatnot. I mean, personally, I don't. Maybe it's just because I'm an older person, so I kind of feel like I'm just one of that person that likes to, you know, still do the old... I can't believe I'm saying it this way. The old-fashioned way of just using Google itself and actually typing in searches. Am I weird for doing that still, or should I just be hip and cool with the young kids now and just ask my phone, like, questions about stuff? Okay. Yuna number 2. We're going to try this again. Does this stick? They had one counterspell. And they made already a copy of the River Churn Monument. Sneaky Toilet does say, I use Alexa, and I chat and ask away. Okay, good to know. Dominator Jackson are saying that they are rich. Wow. What's that like? Do you get all the fancy toys and items you want? Jeez. Okay, opponent's going to counter us again. Well, this is getting kind of boring here, but I mean, we got to hang in there. We're going to keep trying. We can't give up just yet. Okay, opponent is making us mill some more. We will find it. We will get our victories, everybody. I know we will. We just got to kind of have to push through these decks. Although it is very annoying that Arena wants us to face off against mill decks. Our deck is purposely designed to deal with the Cauldron decks and also the aggro decks out there, but we're not getting those matchups. Instead, we're now just dealing with awkwardly all of these mill decks. Why does Arena do this to us? I don't get that. Does anybody always feel like what they're playing with, they always end up getting typecast against something that constantly hoses them? Like, anytime I play aggro, I always end up playing against the life gain decks. I don't know why. Sneaky Toilet. It listens to me anyway, so I might as well use it. Dominator Jackson, do you know Italian brain rot? I mean, I know brain rot in general. Like, I know brain rot from all kinds of different things you guys can watch out there. Speaking of which, I tried using TikTok a couple months ago, and I was like, I don't like this at all. I don't know how the kids do it. It's just not my jam. But maybe it's just, again, because I'm just older and I'm in part of an older generation of people out there. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling away. All right, any case, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Yay, that does stick. Okay, so we can start doing some ramping here, so I guess that's something. Okay, impending 1. We're now down to 3. So that means we have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. We're close to getting that Bahamut to do its thing. Now our opponent's going to start milling us away. So we're at 17 cards. Do we live, or are we dead? Well, this has been a very exciting set of games here, just because we have not been able to reanimate what we want on time. Maybe the budget deck is not the best version to play this. I don't know. Okay, well, our opponent now mills the rest of our deck, so we get milled out again. Wow, this is actually the second time today we've been milled. What is going on out there? Come on, Arena. Give me a good, fun game. Not these mill packages that are just kind of boring. Guess my favorite Italian brainer. I have no idea. To be honest with you, if I was to be very honest, Dominator Jackson, whether you are being honest with me about your age, whether you are a wee little one, or just messing with me, either way, I could not tell you out there other content creators when it comes to like things like brain rot and stuff like that. Only just because, again, I live in my little niche here of this one game. Maybe we might do other games in the future. I'll have to put that out for a poll. We might try to do it in the future. Again, I know I've said this many times, but I'm going to try to see if we can make there some more interesting videos out there and content. I'll try to do a fun live stream or two that is different from our other games. I will try. We'll see if we can try to make that work. Land of War Elves. All right. So let's see. Okay, so the good news is we do have a Seam Rip, so we can take care of that on turn 1. Nice. So maybe this is going to be finally a better matchup for us. We shall see. Seeky Toilet, I'll help you in Claude. Oh, never mind. Ping would be awful. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You're on the other side of the planet. But that's okay. Maybe in the future we can. Again, I'm not sure how I feel about the next one. Only just because, I don't know, I've just been kind of burned out from Call of Duty. It's been actually months since I actually played. In fact, I even let go my subscription on Xbox. Yes, I still play on Xbox. That was my main platform. But yeah, I got to a point where I kind of was just like, I'm kind of over this. Dominator Jacksonator asking, do you know what 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 times 1 divided by 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is? I couldn't tell you off the top of my head right now. Only just because I'm trying to play this game. If you want to tell me, I'd appreciate that. Okay, for now, let's get out another... Let's get another planes. Okay. So we have a blocker for now, so at least we can kind of delay things a smidge. We have tons of Dredger's Insights. So any one of these would be great to have out there for a bit. If we can get a 5th land drop here, then Overlord can come in and block and help us out. Oh, you just played Warzone. Oh, okay. You play Warzone. Honestly, it's been so long since I played Warzone, I have no idea what is even the meta anymore. Let's just say it's been maybe about a year and a half, 2 years now since I played Warzone. It's been way too long. Excuse me. Okay. Block with Summon Veneer. Our opponent's playing a counters deck. That's kind of cute. Let's play Overlord for full price. Okay, now we got a good blocker here for a little while, so we can at least hold on here. Tell the child it's 6. Oops, 20, 10, 10, 10. Oh, yeah, fat fingers. I know how that goes. Okay, so in the meantime here, just looking to see what we can do. Can we slow down this counters plan? They are playing Gruul counters? That's interesting. Let's see. So we only have literally one actual enchantment in the yard. But we do have a Yuna, so that means we can bring back stuff. So even if they blow up, say, our Overlord here, that's perfectly fine. We can bring it back. Not a big deal for us. Worldstone Rage. Okay. They literally did it for one? I mean, okay. Do you know the game Geometry Dash? Yes, I do, actually. Although, I'm going to be honest, I never really played it. What was it? Wow, that game's old now. But seriously, if I had to say, what is it, during that era? And again, just reminding everybody how old I am. I do remember a time when I actually played Angry Birds, the original one. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Wow, how long ago has Angry Birds been around for? It's been a long time. I can just say right now, it has been absolutely forever. Okay, so no attacks there because we need to block. But a Summon Veneer helps us out here. So we can get out here another forest. Okay, we're getting a ramp going. Well, finally, this time now we actually have everything. We just need to start milling everything like crazy. If we can get Summon Bahamut out, then we are going to be back in business here. And we have 3 shots to do it next turn. Even if our opponent tries to start blowing things away. We can block here for a bit. Yeah. What can I say? It's been so long since I've played a game like Geometry Dash. I don't play too many mobile games these days. Our opponent's actually going to win here. They actually have the Mossborn Hydra. Jeez. They actually got us again. Come on, Arena. Show me some love here. I'm just getting completely destroyed here and losing my rank a ton. How do the other viewers out there, how do the other YouTubers do this? Do they all just play, like, actual good decks? Maybe that's why. I don't play very good decks. I play budget decks. Okay, let's get this again a shot here, but this time we're going to play... we're playing best of 3. Maybe that might be what we want to do. We'll play a best of 3 match or 2, and then we're actually going to get absolutely serious once we actually play the real deck. But so far... the budget deck has been a little disappointing. Honestly, I have not been having very much fun with this one. Yeah, the Hydra definitely got me there. Dominator Jackson, I beat the game Dash, and I beat the game Finger Dash. I've never heard of Finger Dash there. So you have to kind of tell me what that is about. Actually, now that Dominator Jacksonator reminds me of it, we actually did have it here a long time ago. When I first started streaming, like three years ago, before I took a break on it. I remember I actually had this little viewer of mine. We had a viewer that was really big on me playing at the time Super Mario Maker. Yeah, there was a time before I actually started doing just pure Magic content. I actually started doing like retro games. Maybe why not bring that back again? It's been a long time. I would like to play some of my old school retro games again. So let me know in the comments, everyone, if you actually would like to see me do some old school gaming. Some of the stuff that I played with when I was actually young. Way long time ago, by the way. Okay. Enough reminiscing about me being an old man. Alright, bring out the planes. Okay, we got to know where to run. That's actually good. For now, play the Jungle Hollow. Gain a life. And we will pass. So the good news is we do have Yuna here, and we do have a Dredger's Insight and a Zombify. So we have everything we need to make sure we can keep fighting, regardless of whatever our opponent's playing, such as Quantum Riddler. That's actually a pretty good card. I haven't had a chance to actually play it in a real deck, but it is something. Okay, let's play our Dredger's Insight. Let's start milling. Come on, give me a good hit into the yard. Okay, what do we want here? I think we'll bring back the Collector's Vault. And we'll pass here. So, the game plan now is Collector's Vault can come out. If we don't get a land drop, we'll just drop it. Oh, okay. Plotting Taco here. Soul Cauldron. Okay. Ugh. That's not good. But the good news is, however, we do have an answer for it right here, right now. Seam Rip. I'm sorry, opponent. Agassiz Soul Cauldron. Ooh. Alright, well, that does help us gain life. So they could put counters on that, but that's fine. Cauldron goes bye-bye. Nowhere to run. Also taking care of the Mako, so there we go. Things are under control, everybody. We're good. We got this. We got this. Dang, bro. I got a Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 1 or 2? Or do you have both? I've been meaning to get a Nintendo Switch 2 at some point. They're just too expensive. But maybe someday I can. I'd like to. Hold on. What do we have in the graveyard here? Okay, so we have a Summon Veneer. Okay, so in that case then... Huh. Well... how do I want to do this here? Okay, well, I guess we'll bring in Yuna. I mean, we came here for a reason. So with that... Soul Cauldron gone. Bring back the Veneer. Gain some life from that. And we can also dig out another land, so that's good. Okay, we're making progress here. Okay, so with that... Vivi is an absolute threat, everyone. I don't know if we're going to try to... We'll be able to fight it, but we're going to try our best. Dominator is saying they have a Nintendo Switch 1. You got 4 consoles? Oh, okay. Well, which ones do you have? So besides the Switch, what else you got? Alright, Vivi's getting pumped here. Winter Night Stories. So they draw 3 and discard 2, unless if it's a creature card. Interesting. I've seen no one play this card, so I don't really have much of a perspective on it. Sneaky Toilet saying I should use the deck list you sent me. Bro, I heckin' love Mario Maker. Yeah, I did too. Although, I don't know if... Is anybody still playing Mario Maker back, like, anymore? Or is that game, like, dead? Or are people just waiting for maybe, like, Mario Maker 3 on Switch 2? If they make a Switch 2 Mario Maker 3, then I'm totally down for that. Okay, so, let's see. Dredger's Insight, number 2. Let's try again. Give me a good hit. Into the yard. Darn. Okay, so, I guess we'll take back the Blossoming Sands. Clay, Collector's Vault. Come on. Dig for something to throw in the yard. Well, okay. Well, not quite that, but I guess it's better than nothing, I guess. Okay, so. No attacks here. Bring back Veneer again. Gain some life. We ramp some more. Let's look at the swamp. Okay. All right, we're up to 24. Our opponent still can go off here, and I am absolutely terrified of what... Oh, there it is. There's a Soul Cauldron. All right. So now the game revolves around needing to either get rid of that Soul Cauldron or get rid of the VV. One or the other. We have to ideally eliminate them or else we will die. A Braid. Okay. Okay. I still watch Pangea Panda. I have no idea who that is. Are they like a Mario Maker person? Okay. Opponent did tap now their VV down here. Okay. So, let's see. Quantum Riddler. Alright. Ugh. This is not a version I've seen so far, but it is definitely powerful, and it is terrifying me right now. Oh, boy. Wow, they just keep going. We're not getting hit hard here, but we will eventually get to a point where we're going to need to do something. They throw away 1 VV. Okay. Take the hit here. Down to 13. Escape tunnel. Okay, so desperation time now. Oh, come on, deck. Throw away the Blossoming Sands. Let's put in the Jungle Hollow. Swing here. Opponents? Anything else? Anything else? Come on, opponents. Opponents? Alright, down to 17. We go back up to 17. Nothing to reanimate. Wow, where's all of our reanimation spells at? Maybe we should put in the deck more card draw and discard. I don't know. It's fine. After this one, we're going to go to... Oh, we're dead here, aren't we? Prophetic Memory. So they draw a card. And they're probably going to start going off here because VV's right now at 7. That's right now 9. 13 damage. If they pick off... Well, actually, then that's also pumps it up another one. So that would be 14. Okay, that means we're dead here. Let's just go to game 2, everybody. So we took the L here. That's okay. Okay, so in the meantime, okay, so we need to figure out here what we want to do to... Okay, Seam Rips probably are going to be good here and nowhere to run. Going to want to bring in Ruthless Lawbringer as well and Cease and Desist. So that's everything we're going to need. But we'll drop the Collector's Vault because that hasn't really helped us all that much there. We need basically a ton of removal. I mean a ton of removal. We still want to keep, however, most of our game plan intact. So we need to cut 5 cards, though. I don't think Arden here is going to help us too much here. I mean, the lifelinking, once we turn stuff into demons, is nice, but I don't know if that's actually going to help us out here. Okay. Or maybe the Zombifies. I don't know. This is tough. Or do we cut the Zombifies? And then just keep an Arden? I don't know. Maybe the Overlord gets cut in one Arden. Okay, let's try it like that. Dominator Jackson, when's the streaming done? Good question. So I usually do a 2-hour stream. So that's mostly the length of my streams. They're not super long like some people out there, but that's mostly the best I can do. Only just because this Fireball is an old Fireball, and he has other things he has to take care of that are outside of the realm of streaming. But good question on that one. I always try to at least let everyone know. We are slowly starting to close in on the halfway point. So again, if you haven't already done so, everybody, you want to show some love to a person that likes to play a lot of budget Magic the Gathering, be sure to support me by following, and subscribing wherever you're watching the content, whether you're watching across X, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitch. And of course, we do our streams approximately 2 times a week. We also have a Patreon if you do want to support us there with monetization purposes. And again, that's going to help go towards supporting for the channel, making sure that we do have a little bit extra stuff where we can use to invest and make the channel a little bit better across. And even if you don't want to do that, we do have a Discord where you can join us there and just chat with us about whatever. Any and all support is, of course, greatly appreciated, and it helps keep this channel going. All links, of course, will be in the details of this video once we are done today. In the meantime, let's see here. We'll put back the Ruthless Lawbringer. So for now, Scoured Barrens. Okay, so. Alright. We're going to try again here. Okay, we got the Arden Usurper. Okay, that's cute. We have 1 Bitter Triumph. That'll be our only removal for the time being. Otherwise, I think we might have to try... Okay, Moronic Mako, okay. Play the Escape Tunnel. So... Bitter Triumph. Okay. No blocks yet. Go down to 21. Sacrifice here. Dominator Jackson. I have to go off my electronics. I'll see the live stream still. I mean, soon. Okay. Well, still appreciate you being here. Thanks again for joining us today. If you don't make it back in time, as always, I tell everybody, always be sure to burn bright. And have a great weekend, my fiery friend. Okay, so in the meantime here, we will throw away... What do we want to throw away here? Throw away the Bahamut. Okay. Mako down. Okay. Cute kid, though. Cute kid. Let's see. What do we want? I guess play the Overlord now. Even if it gets blown up, that's fine. Okay. They do counter it, of course. All right, that's not a big deal. We still have several ways of doing our things here. The Soul Cauldron, however, does need to go. So I'm pretty sure they're going to start exiling our stuff quick here. But we can still get around it. Okay. Digging out a basic. Planes. Second planes. Nominator Jackson here. Make a live stream today and tomorrow again. Bye. Okay, later. Okay, so they take away our summon Bahamut Joy. Okay. Those seam rips would be great right now if we can actually do those to get rid of the Soul Cauldron, but we will try. Veneer number 2. Okay, this one is going to be a little bit bigger. And it can still dig out for us a basic, so we still got our ramp package going. Get another swamp. What do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, lots of lands. We actually could pick Arden pretty quick here. Okay, unless the Abrades hit us. Okay, they're going to keep exiling our stuff. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to probably ask it again here. What are your thoughts so far? Should Soul Cauldron, should VV get banned? And if so, let me know your reasoning as to why. Okay, we're going to try to swing here. Hopefully. Maybe not. I don't know. Opponent, do you have more removal? Oh, come on. Really? Ah! Oh, jeez, this is beyond so frustrating right now. Okay. Stinky Toilet does not want it to get banned because he wants to take advantage of the cards too. Well, I can't blame you on that one. I mean, there are definitely some players out there that do not care and will definitely try to play everything big. I mean, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. If you want to play the top tier best stuff, I mean, it's there. Okay, I'm just trying to see if we can get out of this. Now, what it's like is to get at least one win today. It would just be great to get at least one win. We have yet to actually win anything so far. But we might have to actually shift to our non-budget one. Maybe that's going to be the key to actually getting our victory today. Okay. Exile the VV. Put counters on the fear of missing out. Alright. Trace the Light Shatter. Entering. They will discard 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Maybe? Okay. Swinging opponents? They do. We're down to 18. We'll sacrifice this land. And then what do we want to get out? I guess we'll get out of Forest. Ruthless Lawbringer will be nice for later on. Okay. Thankfully they're tapped out here, so we can eat the Mako. Make a copy of that. Now we're in business. Okay, we go back up to 23, and now we actually have a Mako ourselves that is now a demon. That's actually hilarious, by the way. We can also use those to blow away everything else they've got, so maybe it'll stick. All right, VV coming down. Is this going to be enough? Proph's Edict Memory. They ping us. They will draw a card. But they're tapped out, too. So I don't know if they can really do much here, but we'll see. Yeah, the Cauldron just, sadly, just takes out a lot of the stuff we have. It's literally built-in graveyard hate that just keeps building on top of itself. It's absolutely ridiculous, though. But the good news is we do have options that at least can somewhat fight this fight. Okay, Winter Knight Story. Okay. Alright, they're drawing cards. The Ruthless Lawbringer can get rid of that Soul Cauldron. That's actually probably our only hope right now of getting through everything, because we don't have anything in the graveyard that can really help us. I mean, we have Summon Veneer, and it's tapped down already, so we can actually use it. So our opponent has removal. And they do. Alright, well, now our chances are slowly falling apart here. It is the best deck in the format, everyone, so I don't even know how we even can get around it. We could try. Okay, Teresa here. Oh, you're back. Okay. Well, welcome back. I didn't think you were actually going to join us that quickly, though, but thanks again for joining us again. Okay. So in the meantime here, opponent is still doing its things, and it just kind of makes me want to just puke. Okay. Anything else, opponents? Anything else? Winter Night Stories, okay. Opponents? Anything else? Opponents? Okay. Still swinging here. And that pretty much means we're dead. Wow. Alright, well, we are completely going to be losing our rank here. We have no shot now to get to Diamond, but that's okay, everybody. I mean, this is a budget deck. And again, as I always like to emphasize with everybody, don't always get frustrated like I do. I do this, again, to help all viewers out there and players that maybe don't want to spend $800 on VV Cauldron shenanigans and paper, or spend all of your mythics and wildcards on the chance that your deck might get banned. So let's look at it that way. And that's how I try to maintain positivity with these streams, is I try to show you what stuff you can play on a budget, so you always don't have to feel like you have to sell your soul and everything you own just to make a decent deck. But what if you do want to spend a little bit more? Well, the Reanimator deck isn't horrible, it is a little bit slow. So what if we take the time to upgrade this deck? So for the remainder of the stream, if you're a person that wants to invest a little bit more, or you do like the deck and what it's trying to do, we're going to show you right now what you can do if you actually do want to spend more rares and mythics. Marcus Anthony over joining us here on the chat on YouTube there. Thanks again for joining us, my fire friend. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. All these pro players abusing broken combos. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. But again, I'm not a pro player. I'm not anything more than a budget enthusiast, if you will. I love playing Magic the Gathering, but I played also kitchen table for years before I actually started doing my own thing here. And I realized I had a lot more fun doing the kitchen table cheap stuff. Was it cool to get a super rare, $20, $30 card? That's great. But I never want to be able to be the person that feels like, okay, you can't play this game because it's just too expensive. So that's mostly, again, my mindset there. But you are correct. I mean, pro players are going to abuse stuff. I mean, that's kind of the nature of them. They play because they are playing at a professional level. I'm playing mostly at a budget level for all of you out there. And that's what I like what I do. But again, if you do like playing a little bit more stronger stuff, and maybe you do have these cards, let's show you again what we can do to upgrade this deck and make it actually stronger. So with this version here, we're going to cut the seam rips completely. We're going to get a little bit more with the beefier things we can use. So we're going to keep Bitter Triumph here. We'll keep the Dredger's Insight. We'll keep the Collector's Vault, keeping Veneers and the Zombify, so none of that changes. We'll even keep our Yunas, of course, and Overlords here. We're going to do a little bit extra here, so we got a little bit of spot removal with Virtual Persistence. 2 copies of this, so this gives us another way to reanimate things. And also, this can also be brought back with Yuna itself. We'll keep the Ardens. We're going to keep the Salmon Bahamut, so nothing changes there. We just want to get a little bit more strength with our removal plan here and some life gain. Speaking of better lands, we're going to strengthen ourselves, so we're going to trim down our basics to the 3s here. We're going to throw in now these Surveil lands, because these actually help us out filter our graveyard here. So Shadowy Backstreets, Underground Mortuary, Lush Porticos. We're going to throw in our 3 Sandseep Citadels. We'll throw in 4 Fable Passages here and 4 Starting Towns. So our land package now is a little bit stronger than before. So hopefully we should be able to get through with what this has. Let's see here. We actually have 27 lands. Actually, maybe a little bit too much here. Let's actually trim down. We'll trim down 1 Sandseep Citadel. Actually, do we have enough to actually do this? Okay, so we can throw in another Art in here. So I think that'll be our best shot there. So we'll do that. So 26 lands should still be fine. And then we still have plenty of ways of reanimating everything. But we'll try this as well. Or maybe, actually, instead of another Arden, maybe we throw in 1 Wrath. I'm not sure. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. In any case here, we'll keep the Insidious Roots here. Not sure if that game plan is going to work, but we actually now have Day of Judgment, so we actually now have a Wrath in the sideboard here. We can also have copies of Summon Primal Odin here as another way of destroying stuff, and also giving us another out to get to a victory here. Keep the Cease and Desist if we want to just destroy artifacts and enchantments here, or just do some graveyard hate. Use Social Engineering, of course, if we're going to start creating a bunch of tokens. This version here, again, still hasn't been fully tested, but it's more or less a little bit stronger because we have a better mana base. So this hopefully means we can actually do more with the upgraded one. Let's give it a shot here. Oh, wait, hold on. We'll play actually in best of... play best of 1 first. Oh, that's your brother here. Okay. Well, welcome. Hopefully, again, having fun out there. Okay, we're going to play best of one, reanimator upgrades. All right, let's give this a shot here. Hopefully this will be a little bit better for us. Hopefully. All right, so let's get this going.
It's time to
Yeah, all right, okay. So, we have here stuff we can throw into the yard. Land of War Elves for our opponent there, that's fine. Starting town. But we have a shadowy back tree, so I'm going to dump that in first. Ooh, an Overlord can be great for summoning later on, so we'll throw that in there. We have ways of bringing it back, so that's not a huge deal for us. Tifa, okay. So that's going to be our prime target to hit with our Bitter Triumph once it starts swinging. But we want to make sure our opponent actually can start going off here. Okay, Dredger's Insight. Okay, opponents. Snakeskin did. Oh, they already played it. Okay. So we're going to do some milling. We'll bring back Yuna. Okay. Now we just need to blow up that Tifa. We should be okay for a little while. Opponent is trying to get that win in. Okay, down to 9. Do they have more protection for her, though? That's our big... Oh, okay. Oh, they actually tapped out. Okay, that's actually good for us. We actually wanted that. So, with that, discard a card. We will throw away... Actually, we'll throw away Yuna. That sounds weird, but hear me out for a second on that one. So, doing that, summon Bahamut. Oh, that's right. Oh, I should have thrown away Arden here. Why? Okay. Totally forgot again. I know. I'm a terrible player, by the way. This is actually why I probably lose a lot more than I should. It's okay. Underground Mortuary. So, play the Forest. Zombify. Get Yuna first. Gain the life back. Bring back Overlord for full power. Make a life there. Okay, we're up to 9. At least we still have protection with Overlord of the Hauntwoods. That's not horrible. Spring Bloom Druid. They're going to be sacrificing a land, but they're out of cards, so that's actually good for us. Okay. So with that, I think we can still fix this. I think we can still get out of our own mess here. They're offline now again. Okay, bye. Later. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Sneaky Toilet. I think we can still get around this. We can still get around this. Okay, we'll throw away another unit. We don't need that. Collector's Vault. Okay, so I think we can still make this work here. Another Arden, but this time around we'll throw away the Bahamut because we can bring that back like right here now. That actually will be hilarious, by the way. Make another land. Opponent, do you block? There we go. Okay. They block with 2. Okay. 3? Wow, okay. Well, that's actually perfect for us. Even if we lose the Overlord here, that's a small price to pay. That's totally fine with us. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. They go to 19. We lose it permanently, but we bring back Summon Bahamut. There we go. Bristly Bill down. Okay. Opponent, now you have 0 options there. Okay. And a Mossborn Hydra that also will just get blown up here. And there we go, everybody. Much better. That's actually what we wanted to do. All right. There we go. Got a real win there with a much better version of our deck there. That's actually what you wanted to do. So we were able to reanimate there, even though I kind of made some mistakes. It's still okay, though. We still got our win. So, yay, first win of the day. All it just took us was this non-budget version of our deck. So, okay. That's okay. It's okay. That's what we wanted. We can improve from here, everybody. I think now we're going to be on the upswing to do better. All right. Game face on. Yeah. All right. Yes. Okay. So with that, I'll keep this hand here. So we can use Collector's Vault to start throwing away stuff we don't want to deal with. So that's actually good. Put down the Fable Passage now. Okay. Watery Grave. Ooh, they shot themselves. Okay. Spyglass Siren. We will sacrifice the Fable Passage. Let's get out a Black Source so that's why we have everything fixed. Exactly. Okay, we got another Yuna. Don't need that just yet, but we'll see what we can do with it. Get a Collector's Vault down. Okay, with a third land drop, we start throwing away Bahamets, and we can resummon them later on. But they are playing Dimir, so that does have me a little concerned. Oh, Cecil, okay. Okay, so our opponent did tap out, so that's actually good. That's what we kind of wanted them to do. Oh, let's see. Let's activate this now. Draw. Throw away the Bahamut. We'll throw away... Oh, actually, we'll do it this way. Oh, actually, no, hold on. Sit it down. We have the mana now, so we can bring down Yuna next turn. So that's actually what we want. That's what we're looking at here. Okay, opponent's swinging. They'll get a decent hit on us, but that's okay. Ooh, Kaido. Okay. So it's Dimir. It's the Dimir mid-range deck using Kaido. I see what they're doing.
I've seen scarier things in a bowl of noodles.
They
Information is its own.
derail and draw 2. Okay. But we managed to pull off our game plan again. Yuna coming down. Summon Bahamut. Thank you very much, opponents. And we'll blow away Kaido here. All right.
Don't worry. I've got an exit strategy.
Not too bad. We managed to get off exactly what we want to do. Our opponent will throw away... We'll have to get rid of our thing there, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. We have our pieces that we do need. So we just can keep milling. We have Collector's Vault here, so we can kind of keep this game plan going. It's all good, everybody. It's all good. We still can pull this off. Okay, map token. All right, they're pumping it. They want to flip Cecil now. Okay. We can still get around this plan, though. I know we can. Traffic Cone Guy, yo! Welcome, a fire friend. Thanks again for joining us today on the chat. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Oh, and Dominator Jackson are saying bye-bye again. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so Cecil has now been flipped. All right, they pump it again. Okay. That is a choice. They have... Okay. All right, we have the Zombify. That's good. So here's how we do this here. First off, activate. Draw. Oh, beautiful. Another Bahamut into the yard. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. You know what? Let's keep going. Maybe we can throw a couple more things in there, too. Dredger's Insight. Mill, mill, mill. Okay, so we will get back to Fable Passage. No attacks. And there you go, everybody. We get to do this again. Sorry, opponent. Cecil's gone. All right. Okay, we're doing it. Our opponent's going to have to blow it up again if they want to survive the next hit. Do they have what it takes? Do they have answers? They have 3 cards in hand now. One is the Spyglass Siren. What are the other 3? Creature of the Schism. Ooh, okay. Well, that's actually good for us. That means that that's going to get blown up next turn if our opponent does not have an answer here and now. Even if they have a bounce spell. I mean, that could still slow us down a bit. Oh, there we go. They're tapped out. They're tapped out. Ah! Opponent's got nothing. It's going to be so much fun. All right. Nice. And then with that, Fable Passage. We will play... Actually, we don't even need to do this anymore. We'll just keep drawing. Oh, opponent, you gave up already? Okay, that's fine for us. Victory. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. That was a great run there. That was actually what you wanted to do with the deck. Beautiful. That is ideal. Amazing. Now the deck feels a lot more better now. Maybe we just need to play the upgraded version. All right, we're 2 for 2 now with the upgraded version. Sadly, of course, the budget version did not get us a win today, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll definitely still talk about all the stuff in the wrap-up once we are done today. All right, let's get this going.
It's time to
Yeah, all right, okay. Okay, so with that, we will... Okay, look at this hand here. Okay, that's not too bad there. And let's go ahead and... well, I think we can keep this. The Surveillance will be helpful for us to filter what we don't need. Okay, so we don't need a third Yuna. A little overkill there. Okay. A basic would be great here for Dredger's Insight, but even if we don't get that, that's perfectly fine. Already the consoles. Okay. annoying, but that's not the worst for us. Okay, okay, we got a forest. That's perfect. Keep that. Okay, plains. Ruin Lurker Bats. Alright. Leone Vanguard. Okay, so they're a mono-white deck. I see. Okay. So, play the Summon Fenrir. Let's get a basic out first. They gain some life. It's annoying, but that's fine. We can still get a swamp. If we can get to a 5th land drop here, that actually means that Yuna can come in too. Although that's actually kind of awkward because we don't have any targets just yet in the yard. Okay, they're doing little life gain shenanigans. That's fine. This is okay, everybody. Only got 17. 17 near again. It's not horrible. Let's see. What do we want to do here? We'll just play it anyway. We can still get a counter on it, so I guess that's fine. Okay, digging out some more stuff here. Let's get out that 5th swamp. So this way we have enough for Arden if we gotta hard cast it. No attacks yet. We can keep it now blocking for the time being. We have now enough for Yuna to start doing her thing. So whatever our opponent is going to try to do here, which is, okay, Essence Channeler. Okay. Ugh. That's going to be a big bat coming up. Oh, opponent's getting cheeky here. Okay. Opponent wants to swing in both, so we will block one. Get rid of that. They go up to 29. We're at 14. Okay, they get to scry because of the descend mechanic. Okay, Bitter Triumph. That's actually good for us for later. Let's see, though. 1, 2, 3. You know what? We'll do it this way. Overlord. For that, we make a land. We do this because... No attacks. We're going to do that because we want to make sure we can Bitter Triumph our way out of this. Okay, so, opponent. 2 cards in hand. 1 card in hand. Okay, it's just a Hero Talk. Okay, that's good. So if our opponent here swings, we will block. Do they get cheeky? Oh, they do. Okay. Okay, opponents. Don't get too greedy, opponents. We'll throw away Arden. So they will put those counters on another creature, unfortunately, but that's okay. Even if it goes on Ruin Lurker Bat, which is going to be annoying, we still have ways of fighting through it. We can still do this. Okay, we just need to get to 1. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yuna. They still keep gaining life. We can get back a Fenrir again. We can get back... Let's see. We'll get back a Plains. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're so close, though. Okay. Wait. Are we dead? Down to 1. Okay. Throw away the Plains. Dredger's Insight. Come on. This is it. Yes or no on this one? Okay. Get back the Fable Passage. Okay. I think we might have a shot here. We swing here to gain some life to stabilize. Down to 40. Go up to 7. And also, we can get back a Summon Bahamut again. Blow up the Ruin Lurker Bat. There we go. Wow, we stabilized. Just barely. So even if they swing right here, they have tiny little creatures, so that means we can definitely now get around this. I can't believe that. We were literally on the verge of death right there. Even if our opponent blows up this Bahamut, we have another one waiting in the wings right here now. Sheltered by Ghosts? Okay, that's fine, our opponents. That's okay. That's okay. This is actually even better for us. Here's why. Down to 3. Okay, Sandseep Citadel. So we get to draw a card off of that. That was good. Fable Passage. Crack the Fable Passage. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so is that enough? Hard casting a summoned Bahamut. Okay, let's blow up. We'll blow up the shelter by ghosts. Thank you, opponent. I now get to reuse my other summoned Bahamut as well. And it's also non-legendary, so we can just keep blowing them up here. Oh man, this is hilarious. Alright, so there we go. And we can swing here to gain some more life again. So we're back up to stabilizing at 6. And we'll get... Let's get the Dredger's Insight. So we can mill some more. Alright, and with that, we'll get a Collector's Vault back. That gains even more life. There we go. Wow, on the brink. The mono-white Light Gain deck cannot stop our summons. Alright. Yeah, go ahead, swing, opponents. That's fine. That's fine. Down to 7. You're up to 49. We have so much now to do. Okay, so with that, blow up. Blow up. Oh, the audience agrees. Okay, so with that, Overlord for full price. I don't care if they gain life because we still get the victory here just the same. All right, that was also well deserved. Give me a round of applause for that one. Nice. Wow, summon Bahamut's there. So powerful. And what a great way to, again, just get to our victory there. All right, we're making a comeback. Okay, so with that, we're feeling good now. GG's indeed. Okay, so Sneaky Toilet, now you get to see the deck that we streamlined and kind of refined for you in action here. How are you feeling overall? Do you like this version of the deck? Do you like your original version? I'm curious because it is, again, your deck that we're playing today here on stream. We just refined it a little bit to see if we can make it work both budget and non-budget. But so far, it's been doing a lot better now. Okay, we'll keep this hand here. And from this, we will play the Citadel. So I do like having the card draw and discard. Yes, I have to agree with you on that one. It is helpful quite a bit here. Play the Collector's Vault. So this will allow us to now throw away Arden here, which is good. We can definitely get him into the yard. So if we get a Zombify, we also could be solid here. Roiling Dragonstorm, okay. That's cute. It will discard some cards and draw some cards. Opponents. Anything else, opponents? Okay, throw away land. Okay, that's cute. We will play Dredger's Insight. Start getting our milling going. Okay, so with that, let us play, or let's get out the Lush Portico. So we do have now a good amount of stuff in the yard. So all we just got to start doing is just start summoning things like crazy here. But okay, we'll see. We're playing Simic so far. Dragons are okay. So is it Teamer Dragons? Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is actually hilarious for us here. Wow, we actually managed to get this off again here. So with that, let's get out. Let's get a Plains. Zombify. We get this. I love it. Blow up the Dragonstorm Globe. Sorry, opponents. Alright, we're going to start blowing them away here very quickly, and we'll refuel our hand very fast here. Even if they get rid of the Bahamut, we can keep resummoning it later on with other cards we have in the deck. So this is actually hilarious for us if we can just manage to keep this up. Okay. Discard a card. Oh, there we go, opponent. I don't mind doing that. Thank you. I actually do want to discard a card. Yes, I do. Thank you, opponent. I'll throw away my Arden here. Appreciate that. Managed to have me do it for free. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so Lush Portico. We will throw... You know what? We'll throw that in there. We don't need it. Big swing down to 11. All right. All right, opponent, what you got? You have 2 turns tops. Maybe a turn and a half. Really depends. What our opponent's going to try to do here. Roiling Dragonstorm again. Okay. Opponent's not giving up, so I give him credit for that. That's fine. If they want to keep fighting the good fight, that's totally cool with me. Okay, so let's see. So this means they can still cast Team. I'm still... Okay. They actually have a black dragon, so that could mean anything. We'll see what our opponent's going to try to do here. We can also play for full price in Overlord, so we have a lot of options right here for things, depending on what they want to do. Okay, so it looks like it's Sultai Dragons then, I suppose. Full hand still, opponents. All right, let's go ahead and start drawing some cards. Okay, I guess we'll throw away Arden again. Oh, there we go. We got Yuna. Okay, beautiful. And we also managed to draw some extra cards there, so thank you for that. Our deck is so generous. We'll throw another Summon Bahamut. I love it. Okay, let's get our swing in here. Down to 2. Okay. I don't know if we should play anything else because I'm thinking our opponent might still have an answer for us. So we're going to wait. We will wait and see what they try to do. Our opponent does not play anything too bad here. Maybe we can sneak in a win. But they need one turn here to get to their victory. We'll see if they do it here now. Okay, they destroy up to 1 target artifact enchantment. Okay, well that's cute. So they can blow away our Bahamut. Annoying, but that's fine. That's okay. They bounce away their stuff. Activate again. Draw a card. Throw away the starting town. We don't need that anymore. Make another treasure. Bring it in, Yuna. And, okay, well, you know what? We'll just play this as is. Overlord for 3. Make another land drop. Alright, we will get back our Bahamut again. Thank you, opponents. Blowing up their dragon. Gain that life. Okay, so opponents, you're still on the clock. You still need a way to blow up both creatures. If you have a Wrath, you have a shot. If you don't have a Wrath, we can win. What will our opponent do here, everybody? They have a very full hand, but it doesn't look like that was enough for us. All right, we get the victory again. Yeah, all right. Thank you, everybody. Wow, 4 for 4 already. Hey, we're starting to rally back here. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. This has been fun. This is much better. All right, getting our dailies done there. Remember, kids, always do your dailies. At least 4 dailies a day get you at least 1,000 gold with that, and also whatever is the daily challenge. So 500 from that minimum. 4 wins gets you the 500, so that gives you at least 1,000. That's for 1 pack. That's sometimes all you need. Okay, Cecil. All right, that's cute. We do have a Sandseep Citadel, so we'll play that. We have a Bitter Triumph as well, so this actually can help us out. Okay, opponent will ping themselves. All right, opponent. What else you got? Another swamp. Ooh, Dark Confidant. Oh. Okay, well, opponent is looking to get stuff going here. Okay. Get out an Arch Enemy's Charm. Okay. So they hurt themselves quite a bit here. Opponent. Okay, well, I guess we'll discard now. We can't have Cecil flips, so we will throw away 1 Bahamut. So guaranteed at least we have 1 in the yard. That's what we wanted. That's what we really need. If I was our opponent here, they probably would get rid of our Collector's Vault or our Summon Fenrir. One of those two, because that'll slow us down a lot. Maybe the Overlord. But the Overlord also doesn't help us block in the early game, so I would guess they wouldn't take that immediately. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Who knows? Only our opponent does. Okay, so they do take away our Collector's Vault, so that probably was the best option. Go to 16. Okay, so we have another Summon Fear, so with that, let's go ahead, let's get that out, so at least we have a blocker. Or at least they kind of will force... We can at least force them to use up some of their resources. Okay, so we're up to 4 mana. They're at 4 as well. We have another Summon Fenrir if we need it. Is this going to be enough for us? Opponent, what you got? 4 cards in hand, and they also have an Arch Enemy's Charm. We actually haven't had a chance to play with this card, but I hear it's really, really good. Even in non-standard formats. Ooh, okay.
Four-Sigid Miner, okay. Opponent is getting aggro here. That's cute. Oh, it's pronounced Fenrir, not Fenrir. Well, what can I say except I'm not the best when it comes to pronunciations, so... Oops. Sorry about that, everybody. You're actually the first person that has actually clarified that for me, so I appreciate that, and I really do. Wow, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Trust me, when I do my recordings for my videos, also, I tend to fumble words a lot. So it is appreciative to get clearance on, you know, what sounds appropriate or what's correct. I'll try to do better for that. Ooh, a double slasher, okay. On it, trying to close this out now. Do we have what it takes to still get a win here? Is there any way to stabilize, or are we dead? Okay, I don't even know what we're getting here. Let's get the planes. Okay. Opponent's still digging. They get a land. That's good for them, I guess. Not for us, though. Okay, so... what do we stop here? We can still buy ourselves one turn, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, not enough for a Bahamut. Arch Enemy's Charm. Joy. Okay. So does that mean we're dead? Is that game? Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Yeah, I think we're dead no matter what we do here. Even if I discard the last Bahamut, this also cuts us down a bit. We're dead. Yep. It didn't matter how we were going to block. We were not going to make that one there. All thanks to their removal there. But that's okay, everybody. We can still rally back. We've actually been doing pretty good so far. A lot better now with the upgraded version. Yeah, I can't win them all. Again, I try not to rage about that because it's just there's just no point to getting super angry about that. And again, it just... Magic is a game where you do have to rely a little bit on chance and luck. Although if I was to argue it, you could say, you know, it's you know, probability and statistics. So I guess, you know, there is some math involved in there where this is where it's important to understand how many lands and how many creatures and your curve is. Yeah, not gonna lie, I do wing it sometimes, but we've been able to do pretty well. I've been trying to do better with learning the more intricacies of it with like the calculator and, you know, trying to graph out how much mana you should have in a deck versus what you should try to put in for other things. Okay, we'll throw away the Dredger's Insight. We need a green source. That's what we need. Okay. Opponent's got a land War Elves. Playing a mountain. What we got? Emberheart Challenger. Huh. Is it Cruel aggro? Okay. Well, we'll deal with that. Oh, okay. So they're using the Might. Okay, I see where this is going. I see. Well, we can still outdo this, but the problem is we don't have awkwardly green mana, so we're kind of a little in a weird bind here. But I've seen this combo before. So what they do is they tap the Might. The Might will trigger here's Emberheart Challenger to then get them some card draw, and also it helps them pump up. So that's what they're trying to do. Interesting that this is a Might. So this technically does work with the Toxic Mites from Phyrexia? That's kind of cute, by the way. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to say it this time. Fenrir. I said it right that time, right? Yeah? Okay. Either way, we got our wolf going. Awoo! Okay, well, let's make sure we definitely get a green source now. Okay, so our wolf's going to have to block for a bit here, but we do have the pieces we want to make sure that we can get everything going. Okay, all we just need to do is, well, ideally, I would like to get that Ardent into the yard, and then we can bring it back with Zombify. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull that off here. Wild Ride. Ooh, okay. All right. Opponent is trying to go for the kill here. Did they get there? Okay, they get their pump going. Okay, so that's... Okay, here. How do we block? Okay, so 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So if we block here, as an example, okay, so that's 11, 12, 13. Okay, no, that's still legal. No. Block here then. 10, 11, 12. Okay. So the might is down. But is that enough? Did we lose? Underground mortuary. Okay, so Yuna? Yuna can block at least. And we do have zombifies to bring her back. They can't hit her because the ward protects us for a turn. Okay, get back the wolf. Then Raider. See, I said it right that time. And then let's get out another forest. Dang, I wish we could swing, but that's okay. Okay, opponent's got 3 cards in hand, but they do have a wild ride still, so they pretty much could destroy us here on this turn. And it looks like they're going to try to go for the aggro win. So no matter what they do here, we still lose. Because they get the pump in, we can't block every creature, and that means we're dead. Okay, Questing Druid, still doing its thing. Interesting build, though, opponent. I kind of like it. Okay, but opponent here is just like, you know what? I'm just going to go all out and just be absolutely stinky. All right. All right, opponent. You know what? You're not getting the satisfaction of the swing, so I'll just take my L and go bye-bye. Wow. Okay. Now we're losing again. Joy. But we're going to keep trying, everybody. We have a little bit more time left in the stream. We are not giving up just yet. Let's keep it going. We could try. We're not giving up. We can do this. We can still get some more wins with this deck. At the very least, we're going to try to push to get back to at least where we were when we started playing today. But I still appreciate all of your support, even if we're not always looking the hottest on stream. However, if you do want a really fun standard deck out there, we did play one on last stream a couple nights ago. So that one I would definitely say would be the one to play with if you're interested in playing with anything. Okay, Dredger's Insight. There will be great. Ooh, Virtual Persistence. That's actually pretty good, too. That actually could be good for spot removal if we need it. All depends on what our opponent's going to play here. Got the starting town, the Verge. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a Jeskai Artifacts deck? Is that where we're at? Dredger's Insight. Mill, mill, mill. We will get back for now the Hauntlands. We want to start getting those land drops now. Okay, if our opponent does play, however, creatures, we do have still a Bitter Triumph to slow him down. Okay, Repurposing Base could do its thing. Alright. We will see if we can get around these things. In the meantime, let's start getting some ramp going. Okay. Okay, so we're up to 4. Okay, opponent, what you got? They sacrifice the Cryogen Relic, so that means probably it's going to be everyone's favorites. Simulacrum Synthesizer? Yep, there it is. I have a video actually coming out tomorrow to show you guys how many packs I have, and I had actually bought a box of Thunder Junction thinking, you know what, this is going to be the set. This is going to be a fun set, but it didn't, it has yet to produce for me some good cards. Maybe we could try again coming up. Okay, so in the meantime here, let's get out Plains. And then what do we want here? Let's see. Here's not okay. Let's play this one. It is tapped, but this still works for us. A pass. So the game plan I have in my head right now, if they make a creature, we Bitter Triumph away, Bahamut goes down, and then we can resummon with Yuna, blowing up their Synthesizer, and then we're back in this fight. Or maybe it might have to be the Repurposing Bait. I don't know. But they're going to do it right now. Play Fire Bricks goes bye-bye. Maybe we should try this deck as well before we get to the Spider-Man set. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Okay. They will scry 2. Alright. Okay, so this is it. So we can try to see if we can make this, we can turn this around right here and now. Throw away our summon. Okay, underground mortuary. Throw away the swamp, we don't need that. We will play Yuna. She gets a buff, which is cute. Swing here, so we get down to 19, we're up to 24. There we go. And then our summon. Much better. Okay, so let's see. Actually, hold on. Do we blow up? Actually, yeah, it has to be the synthesizer. We have to slow him down as quick as possible here. The Overlord is also going to be coming in quick here. Now, if they have the Wrath, that's also what could screw us over here. But we'll see. United Battlefronts. Ugh, do they hit? Authority of the Consuls. Okay, they whiffed. That's actually good for us. An opponent has had enough. Yes. All right. Woo. I was worried we were not going to survive that one, but we got there. We made it. Our opponent did not want to deal with our plan there. All right, enchantments beating out the artifacts. Nice. Seeky Toilet, I seriously want you to use my Synth deck, man. So much fun. Okay, so how about this? I mean, you did send it to me. We still have a couple weeks to go before Spider-Man or the Omen Pass or whatever we want to call it. This right here becomes a thing. So before we get to Spider-Man, we could definitely set that up for the next stream. How about that? I think we can squeeze that in for the next stream because we already have set to go our next budget deck tech. I can put that in, and maybe we could push back the Slivers deck that I want to put out there. Maybe for the last stream before we get to Spider-Man. I think that works out timeline-wise. We can make it work. And I know you already sent me the list, so I appreciate that. We're going to look over the list, and again, like I always do, I'll try to refine it a bit so that way it's a little bit more my style, but we'll definitely, of course, keep the spirit of what the deck is trying to do. We'll, of course, make a budget version, and then we'll definitely play the original version as intended. But don't worry, we have time still before not Spider-Man comes to Arena. I don't know. Again, I'm trying to maintain optimism for it. But it's getting kind of hard. It's just, I'm just not feeling it that well. It just, again, I know some people will agree and disagree with me. Don't get me wrong. I do like Spider-Man as a character. I just don't feel like it fits into Magic very well. But again, that's just me. That's just how I feel. All of y'all, I know, have your different opinions on it. But that's just how I am. Secret Lair cards, I honestly don't care about Secret Lair cards. Because again, when it comes to Commander, play whatever you want. And yes, I'd be a hypocrite if I said it doesn't belong there either, just because, hey, I have Sonic the Hedgehog cards. I have the Street Fighter cards. And you can argue that none of those actually fit into Magic, but they do exist. So it's just one of those things that, I don't know, I guess that's how I just kind of feel overall with it. All right. We will do our summoning shenanigans again. Let's get out a Plains. So we have Yuna ready to go. We have our Dredger's Insights, and we can also start drawing and discarding. So maybe we can get there with this now. Opponent did not play anything. That's interesting. So let's see. Can we get there? Let's get the swamp next. Let's swing now if our opponent does anything. Do they do anything? Oh, 17. Okay. Well, let's play a full price one. Does this work? Or do they counterspell us? No more lies. No, they exile it. Okay. Well, that's awkward. But that's okay. Consult the star charts. All right. Trying to find answers, opponents. Okay. I don't know if a budget sim synth is even a possibility. I mean, we could try to cut it down as much as we can. I know we try to do that because, and you already know how I am, it's in the spirit of just how I play. I want to see if we can try to at least provide everybody out there a chance to play it at a level where it can be cheap, or it can just be something that's just, you know, maybe it's it won't cost them that much, I guess you could say. Regarding any universes added to Magic, I'd say if the people are hungry, let them eat cake. I mean, that's a fair way of putting it. I got nothing wrong with that. You play what you want to play. I mean, people always have been playing proxies for years, and they always put their favorite characters on various proxies. I have no problem with that personally. Like, if that's how you want to do it, that's cool with me. I won't ever shame anybody for, you know, doing their own custom shenanigans. That's all new. And that even goes for all the other people out there that play like spicy stuff on cards. Trust me, I've seen many, many inappropriate playmats, proxies, and stuff like that. Stuff that I'm actually kind of surprised people play in public areas. We're talking like, you know, half naked, sometimes even full naked cartoon characters, anime characters. Don't get me wrong. I indulge, of course, in my own various things, but it's just, I don't know. Some people, there needs to be a line, I guess you could say. Okay, hold on. We'll do this here now. Discard. Beat down the Biza. Throw away our summon. Do you have an answer, opponents? You have 2 mana open. Okay. That's cool. All right, we got plenty of ways of... we have all the summoning for days over here. Okay, even if our opponent has all the counter spells in their hand right now, there is no way they can counter every single one of these. So, all right, process of elimination. First off, first Yuna. Oh, it does stick. Beautiful. Opponent, do you have an answer? I mean, they can't possibly have an answer with what we have here. So, this should be a free shot for us here. This should be free. Opponents? They can make us mill 2 more. That's fine. You could argue that the Virtue might have been a better option for us because we can then keep resummoning things no matter what, but we'll see. Day of Judgment. All right. Opponent is still in this fight. So you Toilet want me to help you search for something cheaper crafting cards for the deck? I mean, I appreciate that, but you don't have to. It's totally up to you if you want to do that. Okay. Yuna number 2. And she does stick. Crack the Veiled Passage, so we have some lands to work with here. We'll get out our next planes. Okay. So with that, this time we're bringing back Virtual Persistence. I don't know if our opponent has an answer to Virtue here, but this means that we can actually keep this going. No, they do have to get lost. Wow, they actually had that. Okay. Well, they still have to... Okay, so they are using Wrath still. Okay. Opponent is getting a little desperate here, though. I will say that. Okay. They make their map token. That's cute. Underground Mortuary. But again, we're not giving up. Keep the Dredgers inside. Let's zombify Yuna. We're not giving up, opponents. You're not going to stop our plan here. Okay. And here, and then... Okay, well, I guess we'll get an Overlord. Opponent, you've been using up a lot of your Wraths. Hopefully, again, you should be out of gas soon. They've used up 2 Wraths. Oh, they used a 3rd Wrath. Wow. Okay, opponents. Not giving up, I guess. I mean, I kind of have to give them credit on that. Oh, okay. Well, they're going to keep making their map tokens. That's cute. Okay, Dredger's Insights. So this can help us mill a little bit more. Get a little bit more action going. Okay, so with that, let's get out Lush Portico. Zombify this time our summon. Okay, so opponents still staring down the barrel of big creatures and summons here. Okay, map token. Into the graveyard. Beautiful. That's what we wanted to have here. Lush Portico. Ooh. I'll have to throw another one in there. That's cool. All right. Opponents. Staring down a big summon here. Any other answers? There's no way you have another Wrath or removal. There's no way. You cannot. You've thrown away so much here. Okay. Destroy the other... I guess we'll throw away the other map. That's kind of cute, though. Swing here. Answer, opponents. Desperation time with a Restless Anchorage. They do. Blocking. Of course they do. I don't know, that's why you do it. Okay. Opponent is running out of options here. They are going to be sweating it out here pretty quick. They tap. Oh, they Demolition Field us. That's interesting. That's a bold strategy, opponents. But does it pay off? Well, I guess we'll find out here. Oh, okay, here we go. You know what? We'll throw away the Shadowy Backstreet. We have enough where we can actually hard cast this anyway, so opponent is about to be in for a rude awakening soon. Okay. Take out one of their creature lands. They still have 2 more, which is, again, annoying, but it's fine. For now, we're going to write out our summon here, and we're going to hope that we can draw into more action and just kind of beat them down here. We managed to some way, somehow stabilize against them. We still only have 22 cards in the deck, so it's not an easy win just yet. And they still got 2 more cards. I don't know what they're going to try to do, but they're going to try. Okay, opponent is not giving up. Down to 20. We still need to get at least 2 swings on them. Ultima. Wow. Okay. I mean, if that's what you want to do, opponents, that's fine. Summon Bahamut again. We're just not giving up, opponent. I will commend our opponent here. They're definitely Yuna first. Well, hold on. I'm anticipating in case if they have any more spot removal. Because with spot removal, that means the Bahamut does die, and we can re-summon it anyway with Yuna. So that's the reason why I was going to wait for a second here. Okay, nothing to submit there. So that's the reason why. Because if they have anything else to blow it up, we don't have another way of bringing back our summons. I want to see. Does our opponents keep trying to do this? Okay, blow them up. That's fine. With the third one... Oh, wait. Hold on. Is that the last one? Oh, that is. Okay. Opponent going to start making tokens here? If they want to, that's fine. Okay, hold on. Wait, no, we can't do this here. Wait, what am I thinking? For some reason, I don't know what I was thinking there. I thought I was going to be able to blow up the treasure. So they're probably going to start making treasure tokens to then start sacrificing them to draw cards out of desperation. Ooh, man. This could still go either way. Our opponent is down to 36 cards. We're at 20, so they have definitely... They've definitely gotten through us quite a bit here. But we are still in this fight. We'll draw 2 on the next turn here. We've lost a couple of key pieces, but not anything horrible. Okay, we'll draw 2. Okay, got another Bitter Triumph. Doesn't help us out that much here. Play the Swamp. Swing here. Opponent, do you have an answer? Down to 12. Okay. Bringing back Yuna means our summon can come back, but not much else really is going to help us. I'm still concerned because, yeah, I get what you're trying to say, Sneaky Toilet, but, like, looking at everything we've had to fight through, let's see. There's 3 Day of Judgments. They had a Biza. They still have counter spells. They have a River Churn, so I know their game plan. So I'm just anticipating we're going to deal with some kind of spot removal here at some point. Or at least a counter spell. We can afford to pay for the counter spells if we need to, but we are also running out of time ourselves. We're down to 17 cards. Our opponent definitely has to start feeling like they're out of gas. Yeah, so you can see here. Ultima, okay. Alright. Okay. Starting town. Does this Yuna stick? We can afford to pay for 1 counter spell. If that doesn't help us out here, then we might be in trouble. Pay the 3. Do you have another counterspell, opponents? They don't. Okay. Alright, so with that... Okay, now we bring back our summon again. Can't do anything with it just yet. So we're going to wait it out a smidge. You need more ways to bring Arden back. I still think you're missing Valgavoth's Faithful. I keep forgetting that Valgavoth is in here. Maybe we should switch out some of our spells for Valgavoth. But I see what you're meaning. We'll talk about that for sure in the wrap-up once we're done here. Because I think at this point, this match might actually be the final one. It's taking quite a while. And I do need to... I need to take care of a couple things that are actually kind of important. But we'll see what we can do. 4 cards in hand, opponents. 3 cards in hand. River Churn Monument. Okay. They need to exhaust her for 4. Wait, are we dead then? Oh, don't tell me we're dead. Aw, they got us. Wow. River Churn Monument again. Wow, that's the 3rd or 4th game we've lost to that card. Oh, unbelievable. Maybe we should be playing Mill instead. Dang. Every time we've been losing against River Churn Monument. Have I underestimated this card? I have not played this card at all. Is it really that good? I mean, I kind of saw that coming, honestly, because I know it was in the deck. I just had to count out the mana and realized, oh, they have enough mana for it. I was hoping that they would tap out and I could just blow it away and we would have won next turn, but okay. All right. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for today, everybody. I would like to continue on, but we do need to take care of a couple other things. So let's go ahead. Let's kind of cover now again the good, the bad with the decks. So with that, let's talk about our Dark Reanimator deck and overall. So that was it for the standard format, everyone. Trying to at least try to play something a little off the beaten path. But you tell me in the comments below, what do you think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? The budget deck is not horrible, but as you saw right now, I probably wouldn't play this in ranked. I think this deck actually would be a lot of fun in unranked matches where you don't really have to care about winning or losing that much. It can definitely do things, but it's also kind of clunky because a lot of the man base is tapped. And the tapped really can hurt on turns where you definitely need to get certain pieces out. You can kind of mitigate that again because we have Overlords. We have our summon Fenrir's. So keep that in mind. It was mentioned earlier by Sneaky Toilet here, but we'll talk about it again here. Arden has really no easy way to enter the battlefield. So we would probably want something else if I was to redo this. So if I was to actually redo this, let's see, hold on 1 second here. So I think maybe Valgavoth might be a better option for you. Or you could also go all in on Overlords. You could totally do that too. Like, if we cut that, the Overlords here can provide us, like, the Mistmore series is good because it creates for us tokens that we can use for chump blocking. Maybe this might have been the better option for us. I don't know. Your mileage may vary. It really kind of depends on how you want to do it, but you can do that. Or if you want Valgavoth here, that's cool too. It's, again, just you kind of have options there. I'll still leave the link for the original deck tech in the details of this video, so play around with what you will. Reanimator decks, at least, are pretty open-ended, so you can kind of, again, pick and choose what you want. We got Arden to work, like, once. He seems cool in practice, but the deck is not designed for him, so I probably would redo this to actually add in... Yeah, I would probably add in, actually, the Overlords. So I probably would actually add in those. Maybe one Baelmerk might help us out a little bit here. If you want to do that, you could remove the Dredger's Insight and go with Overlord of the Baelmerk. But again, that really comes down to, again, what your preference is. I suppose that does provide us a little bit more of a stronger option, like if you want to do that. And then just kind of, I guess, your Abzan Overlords now. So I guess if you want to do that instead, that's also an option for you. You're an advocate for Baelmerk as well? Yeah, I mean, it probably will be a little easier on the mana base because then it's going to feel more like you're just splashing for Yuna. The Hauntwoods is good for, again, ramping, and Fenrir is good for ramping as well. But realistically, I think this might just be better off as just straight up Overlords for the majority of your the bulk. Yuna and Zombify help bring back things cheaper. Virtual Persistence is, again, mostly I see it as a very slow spot removal that can be a reanimator if we need to as a backup to Yuna. And then, of course, if you can afford a full set of Bahamut, I probably would recommend that. Maybe just like one Virtue and then a full set. But I don't want to spend any more Mythics because I'm pretty much out. And I do need at least some of them for the not Spider-Man set coming out soon. So, again, yeah, I probably would do this again, doing it this way instead. I mean, you would probably have to tweak the mana base just a smidge here, but it's not too bad. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can do this real quick. I'm probably sure I'm going to lose again, but let me give this a shot. Let's play the upgraded version with the Overlord. So this one is going to be one final bonus match for us, everybody. Bonus match here. It's showing off if you really want to go all out and you want to focus on the Overlord plan. I think this actually might be better for you. And it also gives you a little bit more flexibility with the impending mechanic the Overlords have. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? Okay. We can zombify quickly into this if we really want to. If this works out, let's give this a try then. Okay, Virtual Persistence is also not too shabby here, but we actually want that land. I'm just going to see if we can get that land going. Okay, if not, we can also Bitter Triumph away. Okay. Cheeky House Mouse. That's cute. Bitter Triumph also is not too bad here, too. So, let's still wait, though. I want to make sure we can get... Okay. Throw away the Overlord. Alright. Opponents. They got their Verge. So, are they playing Boros Mice? So, are they playing Mice post-rotation? Interesting. Very interesting opponents. But we'll see if that's actually going to be something that's going to help or hurt us. Okay. Let's organize these a little bit here. There we go. Ember Heart Challenge. Oh. Wait, why didn't they play that earlier? That's a very interesting choice opponent, but okay. I don't want that to get protection, so we're going to throw this away now. Okay. So, can we get there? If we get one more land, then we're definitely going to be in business here. Okay, Plains. Oh yeah, it is Boros Mice. It's the cheaper one, but technically it does work. Oh, we got so many Zombifies and not enough options here. This is a tricky turn here. Do we play the Overlord to guarantee the tapped land and we can Zombify next turn? Or do we Bitter Triumph to protect ourselves in case they do heavy damage? This is a tricky turn. What do we think, everybody? Guaranteed tap land and hopefully survive another turn? Or we Bitter Triumph to blow away their stuff? Or, well, maybe they might have protection also. Okay. You know what? I want to make sure we can actually hit our land drop. I would hope that we can survive one turn here. Just one turn. Even if they blow up one of our Bahamets, we still have 2 Zombifies. Okay, Emperor Heart Challenger. Alright, they're going wide. Nice game plan here. Do they pump? They have everything they need. They could totally destroy us right here. Yeah, okay. Down to 2. Ugh. So that would have been a tap land anyway, so Zombify here. Ooh, actually, might be better if actually... Okay, Mistmore's actually might be better here. We get now the go wide option. So, that means now we can block the Challenger, and we block the other Mice. That actually might be better. Even if we lose, at least we kind of feel like the deck is doing a little bit better here. Oh, Sheltered by Ghosts. Alright. Never mind, we lost. They have the Sheltered by Ghosts. Toots. They always have the Sheltered by Ghosts. Wow. Well, oh well. This still feels a little bit better than before, so I'll give it that. Okay, opponents. So they get their balance. Wow, they actually managed to get their janky little mouse plan to work, even past post-rotation. Okay, well, still out of my own spite. Still lost there. Even with that extra one there. MTG Hillbilly, hello, my fire friend. Thanks again for joining us today. But, oh, man, we're about to end the stream in just a moment here. We were just trying to do a little bit of testing here with our deck. We were trying to see if we can at least get one win with an Abzan Overlords deck, and we still just couldn't do it. Okay, let me check the clock real quick. Can I squeeze in one more match? One more? Okay. Just because, again, you popped up. So I at least want you to at least see one. I really want to see us to get one more win here with the Overlord Reanimator plan. Using Yuna here, maybe we can do it just once. Come on, everyone. Let's get this together.
It's time to
we gotta believe. We gotta believe. Bonus. We're just going into overtime right now. We're going to try. I want us to see if we can try. We're going to try here as much as we can. Come on, deck. Show me a little bit of love. Lush Portico. Okay. No, we can't. We need the land. We need the land drop for sure, so that way the other summon can actually do its thing. Come on, deck. Show me a little bit more love for one more game. One more game. Okay, Collector's Vault. That's not quite ideal, but... Okay. Collector's Vault. At least from here, if we don't get the next land drop, we can at least start filtering to make treasures. So I guess that helps us out a little bit here. How you been today, MTG Hillbilly? Hopefully having a great week so far, and also a great day. Okay, opponent. Looking at our collector's vaults. Don't blow it up, opponent. Come on. Don't be that person. Okay. Feather light. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure what deck they have then. Is it a bounce deck? Okay, so it is a Lush Porticos, so... Okay. Overlord of the Mistmoors dumped into the yard's not bad. Draw another card. Okay, so we did get a starting town, and I guess we'll throw away the Bale Mercs. Make a treasure. Okay, so we are set to zombify next turn if we want to. We can bring back... I guess the Mistmoors probably would be our best shot here. Let's see what our opponent tries to do. Okay, so they have Jeskai mana. They have auras. Okay. Still not sure what they're trying to... what their game plan is here. Okay, got another Bale Mercs. Starting town. We will bring back Mistmoors. Okay, we make our insects. Okay, so I guess we're going with a go wide strategy for now. But at least we have options now to start building up everything we need. If we need to, we can start throwing away stuff and blowing stuff up. Oh, sheltered by ghosts. Okay, it's always a sheltered by ghost every single time. It's fine. That's okay. We still have ways of getting around it if our opponent gets a little too greedy here. Okay, so they do have the Siren, so that means they don't have now any removal. That's good. We can at least now fight through things here. Okay, opponent, swinging? Nope. I don't think they would swing, though. Okay. Opponent, maybe? I don't think it's in their best interest to swing. They could crack the map token if they want to. But I don't know if they're going to do that either. If they tap out, though, then that does help us out for sure. Then we can feel more confident about this. Okay, so they didn't do that. So, discard. Throwing away a... Actually, we'll throw away another Bale Merc. Do we pay the 2? Yes, we do. Opponent. You don't have an answer, do you? White mana open. Wait. Do they? What could they have? Oh, do they have... No, they have the Restoration Magic. Okay. Dang it. Come on. Wow. Okay. It's fine. It's fine, everybody. It's fine. They still can't swing unless they have a really, really big enchantment. I mean, there is one, but do they have it in hand? If they did, they probably would have played it by now. Storm Chasers. Okay. So, opponent is in a Jeskai enchantment build. I haven't actually seen this, so it does look neat. I just don't know if we have the answers for it with our deck, but we'll try. At the very least, I do feel better knowing we swapped over to more Overlords. So that does feel a little bit better for the deck. Okay, plays the map token. Okay. They see we're gonna see they're gonna get another Storm Chasers talent. We need to either blow up their entity tracker. Just trying to see if we can get a way around this. 3 cards in hand, 3 mana open. I'd feel a lot better if they tapped out. Wow, they actually had a Restoration Magic. Okay. Okay, so they do crack the clue. Anything else, opponents? They're not going to swing with Entity Tracker, so that would be foolish. But do they swing with anything else? Okay, they don't. Alright, so, trying this again. We will throw away Fenrir. Pay the 2. Do we get it? Probably not. Restoration Magic again? No, come on. Let me have the... Oh, jeez. Ah! Alright, no attacks yet. Still nothing yet. But we can still do a summon... We can do an Overlord. So it's not like we're out of options, but we are going to have to try to pressure them quicker. Dang it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Still trying to find a way around this. But our opponent probably... I would like you to speed this up a little bit here. I kind of went a little bit over my time frame here, but I would like to actually wrap this up ASAP. Oh, and they're going to bring it back, aren't they? All right. So that means now we're going to be stuck in an annoying loop where they can play the Storm Chaser's talent. They'll pay another one. If they have what I think they do, they might also have the Pixie that bounces back the Storm Chaser's talent, and they can reuse everything over and over again. Okay. Either way, it's fine, everyone. We will still try to fight our way through this. Okay. Block here. Do you pay anything else, opponents? But again, the tokens and creatures are down. Okay, Yuna. Okay, well, Yuna's not bad. Can we play her? Or does our opponent have another trick up their sleeve? Opponents. Okay, so Yuna does stick. That's good. So that means that we can at least get something back. We'll get back an Overlord. We can do some milling. Mill, mill, mill. Okay, so get one of our wolves back. And we pass. Okay. Well, we're vulnerable again. But at least now we can start trying to see if we can make things work here. Okay. Bunny Corn. I totally forgot about this card. We played it years ago when Eldraine first came out, but wow, I totally forgot it's a thing. One of the most annoying... I never thought this... I would have been so annoyed from an aura before. Sheltered by Ghosts, everybody. Just so annoying to deal with. But it's mostly because of the ward ability, so you have to pay extra just to get rid of that one stupid enchantment. Okay, well, our opponent does have still a small advantage. We can still try to get around them, though, and we will. We will try as much as we can. Okay, opponent's going to start swinging with Novice Inspector. Okay, down to 14. Steep Citadel, okay. Okay, so... play Fenrir. Does stick, so we can at least ramp out a land. Okay. Trigger here. Draw and discard. Come on, deck. Okay, another Overlord. Not ideal, but it's not horrible. No attacks yet. We have to find a way to get around this. Okay. Alright. No attacks yet. Okay. I was hoping we were going to actually wrap this up quicker, but now we're taking way longer than I probably should be playing. Okay. It's okay, everybody. We're going to try. We're going to try. We're going to hope that we can get around this quick. But our opponent is also playing a very slow deck also. Another flight. No. Well, they're probably going to close it out now. Okay. Their deck is a very interesting one. And I would like to give it a shot myself. No, they beat us. All right. Never mind. Well, I guess I got what I wanted. They beat us here. Dang. Really was hoping for another win there. But wow, wow, we're at the bottom of Platinum Tier 4. I don't know what deck I'm going to need to rank out of this, but I'm going to try it probably on my off time when I have time. But okay, everybody, I have to cut it there, unfortunately. So let's go ahead. Let's finish the wrap up here. We'll talk about the deck overall. So I will say I do like adding the Overlords to the deck. It definitely feels a lot better for the Reanimator upgrade deck. So I'll probably leave you with this version. Or if you want me to, I can leave you with the version. Actually, no. We'll probably leave it with this version here. We'll probably do that instead. So this will be the actual version that we will leave on the links. I probably would change maybe a little bit in the sideboard, even though we didn't really play best of 3, but maybe some things to consider. And it really kind of just depends on what you want to adjust. Overall, though, I still think that the deck can do some good stuff here. Maybe if we tweak the mana base a little bit more, maybe if we kind of just focus a little bit more on one specific side of the reanimation project, or maybe if we just I don't know, add in Wrath, just something that would help us solve one of our biggest problems with the deck. But we'll talk about that a little bit more, maybe in a future video, maybe when we reevaluate Reanimator. Anyways, before we get going, let's talk about again what is coming to the future for the video and the channels here. So for those of you who have made it this far into the channel itself, thanks again for joining us and being there for everybody. Of course, all of you, my true fiery friends, for hanging out this far into the video. So what is coming up for the future? So we have our Cosmo Convoke deck that I've been talking about already. This will be our next deck tech that's going to be dropping ideally Monday morning. So stick around for that one. That'll be great for us. We're reevaluating again mono white life gain, going wide, and of course going big. As far as the next set of live streams, we have a Slivers deck that I do want to actually play. We actually have never played Slivers before on stream, so we're hoping to do that and see how good that looks. I know we just mentioned it earlier, Sneaky Toilet. So you have a deck that you submitted to me, so we'll look at that one and we'll start building around that one. So we'll see if we can actually get that one going there, and we'll see if we can try to have some fun with some blue artifacts and shenanigans there. We'll see if we can do some little copying and whatnot. Otherwise, beyond that, I don't know. We might try to do a couple of other budget decks. So again, we do have another basically deck for the series. So basically Kaylin here. So this one's going to be a Rakdos build, focused again on this. No rares, no mythics in this deck. It's going to be all super cheap and very affordable for anybody out there. That'll probably be a future deck tech down the line. But otherwise, that's going to be it for today, everybody. I appreciate you guys all hanging in there for a little bit longer than normal. We went over our time frame just a little bit, but I still appreciate you guys hanging out, hoping to see if we can get a little bit more wins in, but we couldn't do that today. It's okay, though. I'm okay. I ain't mad about that. But before we go, let's give also a final shout out to everyone that was here today. So I saw you earlier today, Cookie Queen, Dominator, Jacksator, thanks again for joining us as well. Sneaky Toilet, as always, my all-star friends there. MTG Hillbillies, thanks again also for popping up as well in the chat. And for those of you that were also from other locations, I appreciate that as well. So I saw in their Traffic Cone guy, of course, Marcus Anthony, thanks again everybody. And of course, a shout out to you also on Instagram there, the Big Cube, for joining us today. I still appreciate you just lurking just the same. Otherwise, that's pretty much going to be it for today, everybody. One more time, thank you, everyone. We're going to try to do this again on Wednesday afternoon for some more fun Magic the Gathering. Until then, everybody, have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again, all again very soon. But as always, I like to leave you on one final note, one thing to remember. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. See you again next week, everybody. Later.